Hey, Rob Anderson, Asheville Steel. We got this knife in from a customer. Says it won't retract and it won't deploy, so it's stuck right there. So if you notice, it's stuck right there at the safety. So there's a safety bar under there. And we use Loctite to hold that safety in place. Either the Loctite is wore out and it's slipped down, but anyway, we're going to go inside there, figure out what's going on. This is a T7, Torque 7, and we're going to get this fixed for the customer, get it back out to him. Okay, we've got all the screws out. We're going to get this last one out of the frame. Now when you pop this apart, you're going to see some little explosion of stuff coming out. Make sure that you do this in an area where you can pick everything up. Actually, send it to us and we'll take care of it for you. But here we go, and there's the problem right there. The screws come out of the safety bar. We'll get that, put some Loctite on that, get it screwed back down, make sure everything works, get this back to the customer. Okay, we're going to use some blue Loctite. Now you have to use Loctite on all the hardware, because the vibration of this thing being cocked back and slamming forward, it'll just work the screws loose. So blue Loctite works best, and we'll get it on there and get this back together for the customer, get it out today. Okay, we've taken the Loctite, we've got it back in there. You don't want to put everything back together yet. You want this somewhat tight, move it back and forth, make sure it's functional. If you don't keep working it back and forth, you can lock tight the slide bar. So we'll come back and check on it, get it back together, get it back to the customer. Right, it's been about 10 minutes. Safety seems to be clicking along just fine. Now we'll get our jig to put it all back together, show you how we do it. All right, everything is ready, so we're going to put it back for assembly. So what you basically have is the spring goes on this side, and these two bearings right up this track right here. And that's why if the spring ever fails, the knife will still work as a gravity knife. So we have our spring pocket right here and our button right here. What we do is we get it set down. Everything in place. Can be tricky, but here we go. Now we extend it all the way out, almost, and then we use our clamp to hold everything in place. That frees our hands up to do the assembly. Okay, getting the spring in there. What it takes is a special jig, which you will find in a lot of older closets with wire coat hangers. And you just load this on like this. Loads all the way. Fits down in here. This light box is really not ideal for this, but oh, go. Okay, so what we do is we load the spring in. And it locks it down. And we take the cap, work everything down. Spring comes out the back. Lift it up. Check everything out. Buttons extended. Should be just fine. We'll put some Loctite on the screws, and we'll be right back with you. All right, so we're out here where there's more room and you can get a better visual, but it's very important we use Loctite because, like I said, the vibration of this knife being fired and reset can just work this hardware loose, and then it comes apart, and then you guys get mad. So if we do our job right, everything should mesh. Now you don't want to tighten this down. Get it hand tight, and then about 1/4 to 1/2 a turn. Oop. Yeah. And this is what happens. Take it all the way back. Safety in place, safety off. Boom. Send it out today.